today. From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Green Bay Packers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Green Bay Packers. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On second down, it's Walker. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Now the man, and right away he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Oh, design run for their wideout.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
A gain of 3, second down.
Godwin, the motion man. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off. It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on third down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Rarely did they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is...
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Max Borghi, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man, second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones.
He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 14 carries, 72 yards. Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The throw over the middle taken in. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 58 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
Desmond King to return it from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll look to throw here.
This is the tight end fan.
The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 39.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. Back to throw now on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good to make it 17-7. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Throwing. Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Jordan Love ready on first down here. Fair to say hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
3rd and 5.
Hey, here we go. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Let's pick it up.
To the air again. Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll
We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where you see the final score there. J.K. Dobbins, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we head east to check out the Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they trail the visiting Falcons in that one at halftime. Darnell Mooney, a big afternoon. 3 touchdown catches in that first half. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Draymond Jones. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Boye Mafe providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On now is the Packers punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fights through, and now a crease. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifled. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, 54 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's see what you got. 56 to 5.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Love.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The contact on that run came pretty early. Nice job just to push forward and get some extra yardage. Good game.
It certainly was, because the initial contact did not signal the end of the play. His mind, his body, his legs said keep churning forward, and he gained more yardage.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Now a draw play. It's Walker, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker,
his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
and the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First down, going to the air with Love. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw now, here's Love.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambo. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Love now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off.
And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They run once more with Edwards. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Back now. 3 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Being chased out left. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Max Borghi with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. Well, as we know, they have already clinched the NFC North, a wild card game waiting for them to open the postseason, and they have earned the right to host at Charles in front of the home crowd.
And this is a division with a lot of history and legacy. And if you're a team to take the crown out of this group, you've already proven you're one of the names to watch in the NFC playoffs. I think they'll be an incredibly tough out in the postseason.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
97.
Now Love. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Love from the gun. That's complete to Wicks. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Love looking to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, I think the Packers got it. Yep, Green Bay football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes, it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
He got 29 yards that time. First down, love to pass. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Kobe Bryant,
credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Love now on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much since. Here's Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. That is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. 5 plays there on that drive. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. This is caught. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant taking it in.
And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses, they've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Red 38. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 48.
Throwing to start the drive. Love. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a second down throw for Love here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And
game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And that one will go down in the books as just a 1-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Seahawks,
they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still 1 game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles